Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Softcore History. I'm your host for the week, Dan Regester, joined as always by Robert Fox.
What's going on?
We got a very special guest.
Our specialist guest.
That's why I'm sitting in the middle, the uncomfortable seat.
Yeah. Get the pole position because there's something going up your ass right now.
Keeps me on edge.
Yeah.
Ready to attack. But our good friend Jack Mandaville joins the show.
Hey guys, I showed up horny today.
I love to hear it. I mean,
excited.
those glasses kind of make me a little horny, to be honest.
I
They're working for you.
I texted the lady and I said I gave her two options and she chose the Dahmer look.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, you look almost distinguished.
You got a haircut, though, since the last time I saw you.
No, that's Balderdash. What are you talking about?
Pulled it back.
No, I'm just knotting it up back there. I've been working on that dang movie. I haven't basically shaved in 3 weeks. This isn't intentional. I look like this because I've forgotten to do every little thing in order to see this movie through to the end.
But those glasses give you such a good teacher look. We should have had you wear them for the...
You know what? I had already gone to my appointment, but they hadn't
Damn it.
sent them to me
Yeah.
yet. Yeah.
Fuck, those are great. Those are good. Those are some solid teacher glasses.
So, Jack, what movie are you talking about?
Yeah, you're on the show for a reason today, not just for fun.
Oh, well, there's a movie. I made a movie. I've produced and directed feature docs before, but this is my first ever independently released film that I did with my media company that I started a couple years ago. And usually I just, make the thing and I pass it off and they do all the marketing and all that stuff. But now, I'm fully in this one. It's called Battle in Najaf, Whatever It Takes. It's about the 2004 Battle of Najaf in Iraq, which not a lot of people know about, but it's one of the gnarliest horror story combat scenarios I'm confident in saying in the history of the world.
I mean, it's basically, from what I gather, the scene from Poltergeist where they fall into the hole where the pool is supposed to be and bodies just start popping up, except also everyone's shooting at each other.
That's very accurate, Rob. They were fighting in the most holiest and largest cemetery in the Shia Muslim world. I think it's about 6 square miles. They estimate there's 6 to 10 million bodies in there.
Good Lord, what?
There's catacombs. There's tombs that go up about 12 feet high.
Are there jinn?
Huh?
Did they have genies? Jinn?
Genies?
Yeah, the jinn.
The jinn hang around in the cemeteries over there.
Who's that?
Genies. They are
Oh,
canonical.
genies.
They're called jinn, but they're genies. They're
Fire beings.
Humans were made from dirt by
Yeah.
God. Jinn were made out of fire. And this is, by the way, canonically in the Quran, I believe. We did an episode on jinn.
I'll tell you what, some of those Marines that had to go down in those catacombs, because they were in a 360-degree battlefield. They'd pass these catacombs and dudes would come up behind them. So then they had to go into these catacombs. They said that they'd rather be up top getting shot at than going down in those things, because that extra element of creepiness.
It's the worst tunnel rat situation I've ever heard of.
Yes, you can train for urban warfare. You can train for jungle warfare, mountain, desert. No one. It's never in the lesson plan at the School of Infantry to learn how to clear an ancient cemetery. Which, by the way,
Skull Cave?
well, dude, I'm telling you, when you think of a cemetery, you're thinking of an American cemetery,
Right.
Arlington. No. This place, they just stack bodies wherever there's space. So these guys were moving through this cemetery, and they'd lose the people on their team, and they're like basically alone at that point.
Oh my God! You know what's funny too is that if that had been, if I didn't know about Najaf, which I only know about because you told me before when you were making the movie.
Not a lot of people know about it.
If I didn't know about it and I saw like a Call of Duty level that was like took place there, I would be like, God, they jumped the shark so bad. You know what I mean?
I had one guy tell me the other day that watched it. As soon as we started showing ground level pictures of the cemetery, he audibly said, "Oh, fuck that." Which was what all those Marines were thinking when they were ordered to go into the graveyard. But the amazing thing is they all did it. The kind of courage it took for them to step into that graveyard. And they had already been fighting for 8 hours before they even started to push through that cemetery.
Good Lord. What was the numbers roughly?
Really the first 3 days of the battle was one battalion of infantry Marines. So we're 1,200 versus 5,000. And that was the Mahdi militias, the Mahdi army's home. They knew that cemetery. They had been hunkered down there. They were ready for that fight.
They knew the catacombs.
They knew, yes, they knew the system. Yeah, and then some kid from frickin', bumfuck South Dakota who's been in the Marine Corps less than a year is about to push into this thing. And they did. They fought, and it was just, it was a horror. No battle is a good battle.
Yeah.
But the terrain they were in added an extra element of horror. We all study history.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything like this ever in the history of combat.
So I don't want to reveal everything, but I do have one question that just came to mind immediately. It's a super holy site, right?
In the Shia part of Islam, it is the second most holiest place next to Mecca.
Okay, so my question is,
It's where Ali is buried.
did that handcuff them in terms of air support?
Yes. So that's the other element is
You can't carpet bomb it.
You cannot, right.
Right.
So right next to the cemetery, which that entire city was built around, is called the Imam Ali Shrine. That is where Ali, who the Shia believe he was the fourth caliph, and he was the natural he naturally succeeded the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And so, hey, if the Muslims are going to do it, I'm going to do it too. This movie wasn't about me. Wasn't about anything against Arabs or Muslims. It was just about these Americans in this fight. All right. So I'm going to be culturally sensitive. That matters. All right. What was I saying?
Air support.
Yes, they were dealing with this battle kicked up out of nowhere. By the way, this wasn't like planned like Fallujah was. It just some lieutenant walked into the wrong building and kicked the hornet's nest, and all hell broke loose for 25 days. And so yes, they had to be, and they were shooting mortars at the Marines from that shrine. And there's nothing the Marines, you can't shoot near the shrine,
right?
Because if you hit that shrine. Because most of the Shia were they won it. They were good with the U.S. because that was their first time in power. Saddam was a Sunni, and he had kind of an iron grip on the Shia community. So the Shia government was really working hard with the U.S. government. But if you hit that shrine, you have every Shia in Iraq, every Shia in Iran flooding into that city trying to kill Americans.
Yeah, it's basically like they're shooting mortars out of the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Just fucking
yeah. Yeah, so there's nothing we can do this. We're going to make this worse if we shoot back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, telling the U.S. military we can't use air support. It's like telling Patrick Mahomes you can't throw the ball.
Yeah. For real. Be like, hey, you will not be throwing to Travis Kelce.
No, at all. You can't throw.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
Well,
hand
he'll
the ball
just do
off.
his little underhook thing then. You know,
gotta get creative.
This
I mean,
was
we
the
are
first
too.
battle since Mogadishu that an aircraft, really what made them have to go into the cemetery is they shot a Huey out of the sky. And so that's what really turned it into from a fight to a battle was when that Huey went down. And my friends who I interviewed, like guys I served with, I wasn't in that battle, but guys I served with were in that battle, and I interviewed them. They were part of that. They were part of retrieving that pilot.
Today we're going to talk about a situation. Let's just transition into the
let's do it.
topic. We're 10 minutes in.
Thanks for you fulfilled your contractual obligations
Yes.
with this, and so let's move on to the history.
But you know what? This was history too, so everyone can quit whining. If we get another annoyed person being like, get to the point.
Well, just chop me off and put me on the back end.
Nah, you're
No, it's really Rob. I got to put him in his place. Maybe give him a little backhand since I'm so close to him. We're usually spread out on the couch.
I don't like the lack of space between us.
Mm-hmm. Space between.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a situation that was pretty gnarly that set off and was perhaps a reason why we entered another war.
Do I have to guess?
No,
Okay.
no. We're talking about the Black Tom explosion. You hear about this? Know about this?
No, I've never heard of
I
this.
have not, and I was under the impression that the U.S. got involved because of the Zimmerman telegram.
There's a multitude of reasons for why we got into World War One.
We did an episode on the Zimmerman telegram and how it was just like a massive slapdick situation on the Germans' part.
But this was the biggest terrorist attack, I believe, on New York soil until 9/11.
Holy crud! Really?
Yeah.
Bigger than 93, the other World Trade Center?
Death-wise, Probably not.
I think
but
that was like 9 or something like that.
Yeah, wasn't that
right?
big.
Yeah.
the amount of cost
Mhm.
was immeasurable.
Okay.
So the term Black Tom originally referred to an island in New York Harbor next to Liberty Island. And this is a tough start. Named for the dark-skinned fisherman who inhabited the island for many years.
Was he black? Or
Black
was he just
Tom.
dark skinned? Because Black Tom, by the way, great name for a sailor or fisherman. That's Black Tom. Or also
Not very creative. Uncle Tom, Black Tom.
Black Tom. No, it sounds good. It sounds piratey. That's Black Tom.
Horny Tom.
That's a pirate you don't want to run into. He skips the pillaging.
Well, the 25-acre island was artificially built out of city landfill.
Sweet. It's Garbage Island.
Yeah, and was an environmental hazard.
When was it built? Like the 1800s? I guess?
1880s.
Yeah, okay.
It became a major...
Oh, I know about this island. Okay. I didn't know there was a terrorist thing there, but
Yeah. Became a major munitions and gunpowder depot, and a good chunk of American arms flowed through the small island of trash.
Made of just like garbage and horse bones and
And then factories with weapons.
they could build on it? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, you build around a rock
Okay.
with all the landfill.
with all the garbage they're just dumping in
It's
there.
not like a floating plastic island.
That's what I like to picture right now. Or actually, I just like to picture that they
It's a lot of
somehow
sediment.
dumped that much garbage in that it just stacked up until it got to the surface.
You know how in Lake Austin or Lady Bird Lake, there's just a bunch of rebar
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and like concrete and cement?
Yeah.
I imagine it's like that.
Yeah. Real sturdy. A good island.
That's why you can't jump off the bridges here.
No.
You get impaled.
I've got nothing witty to say about that.
Okay.
I've never done swimming around here before.
Well, you
No.
can't swim in that.
You're not allowed to,
You're
actually.
not allowed in the water.
They have the amoebas that swim up your nose and go into your brain.
Oh no!
They also have the algae that kill dogs.
Get
Yeah.
get a grip on yourself, Austin.
I don't know why anyone wants to go into that water ever.
I paddleboard on it.
It's horrible. It's disgusting.
Look at my sweet tan.
You're just like, no, I'm like riding a board around a toilet.
Everybody meets up, though, on that sandbar where the DJ is and just drinks.
Yeah, I know.
But you do technically get in the water.
Like your legs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
70... Go ahead.
I feel like Austin is the new LA in the sense that people have over romanticized the culture and then it eventually attracts so many douchebags it just becomes a douchey culture.
Oh yeah, we're there.
It's been there.
Oh, we're
Well, when I first moved out there in 2008, it was still kind of a chill hippie place, you know. And now it just seems like it's attracted all the people you wouldn't want to move there have moved there.
Yeah, I'd say by 2015.
Yeah. Yeah. When same time me and Rob got here, really.
Yeah, I mean, I got here in 2012, and it was getting there.
You could blame us.
But by 2015,
Well, at least unlike every other asshole I've met that just showed up to Austin 3 weeks ago, at least you guys didn't show up to be stand-ups.
We did our time. And actually, I mean, we kind of did.
we are here doing.
Yeah. We came here to
sketches,
write dick
yeah.
jokes on the internet.
Yeah.
So we did that.
But you're not stand-ups.
We're not stand-ups. That's
Yes.
the important thing.
We're podcasters. It's
Yeah.
worse.
In many ways.
Way worse.
You guys are writers. You guys are shooters. You're fathers. You're husbands. You're sons. You're more than these simpletons that just show up and think Kill Tony is going to get them a Netflix special.
I am a son.
Yeah, I would say you mostly just
You
checked off
described
my
Rob.
resume.
I have nothing, Jack.
You are a shooter and an editor and a writer too.
Yeah.
Not and a son.
And a son.
I'm a son.
Yeah.
People forget this.
And you're a great dog dad.
For now, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? You know what I was thinking about before I came? How hard I cried when I put my dog down. I still think about how that was
Taco?
the hardest I've ever fucking cried. Guttural stuff.
Taco was the man.
Yeah.
He was a G.
Damn.
Loved taco.
I don't want to keep going on Taco because I don't want you to tear up mid podcast.
Oh, yeah, no. So there was a terrorist event in New York.
Not yet. We're still talking about the island of trash that produced 75% of weapons sent to Allied forces in Europe. And this all came in like the 5-mile radius of New York, New Jersey. And Black Time Island was a major contributor to that. On July 30th, 1916, about 2 million pounds or 910 tons of small arms and artillery ammunition were stored at the depot in freight cars and on barges, including 100,000 pounds of TNT waiting to be shipped to Russia.
Oh, we're sent to the Eastern Front.
Just a fucking island of trash juiced to the gills with explosives.
To be fair, I think that's a good place to store your explosives.
I agree.
Not if you're the soldier manning that the ammo.
Yeah, that's not ideal. It's not an ideal post. But what's funny is whenever I drive up to St. Louis, which I don't do frequently anymore, but I used to, and I just did recently, where you pass by, there's a sign for it. One of, I think, the major U.S. munitions factories in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma seems right.
Yeah, and I always think
It's an expendable state.
what a perfect place to put this. Like if I was a terrorist, I wouldn't even bother to want to come out here. It's horrible.
Also a beating to get to.
Yeah.
You fly into Dallas and you have to drive up.
I mean, you can fly into OKC, I guess, but you still got to go into this just the grossest part of the country.
Is Missouri the Midwest or the South?
It's Midwest.
Midwest.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, they're the some say the boot heel, the Missouri boot heel.
Jack, they ain't
Southern.
SEC. They ain't SEC. They claim to be SEC, but they ain't SEC.
No, we just take the checks. We know we ain't SEC.
You can't compete SEC.
Not our boys.
After midnight, a series of small fires were discovered on the pier. Some guards fled, fearing an explosion.
Yeah, yeah.
Others attempted to fight the fires and eventually called the Jersey City Fire Department, which, yeah, I'm ignoring that call.
Oh, yeah. You're like, what?
A firefighter in 1916? You're essentially a land pirate anyway.
Yeah, you're.
I don't think they had the union benefits back then that they do now.
No, the benefits were any place that burnt down, you just pillaged.
Yeah. I'm sure they were cheating on their wives like other firefighters, though.
Well, what?
Just kind of in their DNA.
You got to think, yeah.
I mean, they're getting ass thrown at their direction like every 40 seconds as a firefighter.
You think it was like that back then, though?
Did they have the mustaches?
I don't know. Maybe
Were
they
they
might
yoked?
Have been, they might have been considered like hobos back then, you know?
Yeah, because isn't that just where like Irish people went for work? 'Cause
Yeah.
We were cops.
I feel like we filled out the fire ranks pretty well, too. Had to have.
It was the Protestants. I feel like the Catholics went to the police station and the Protestants went to the fire.
All I know is that Rescue Me was full of Irish Catholic characters.
I get that. But that's more modern.
It's a time-honored tradition. A lot of them were like second, third generation firefighters in that fictional show.
I bet today it's like a lot of Dominicans because those guys love cheating on their wives.
It's funny you say that. A kid I worked with when I was at Lifetime, he was also a firefighter, Dominican. Yeah.
There you go.
Loved to cheat on his wife.
There you go.
I mean,
I know my racism.
you nailed it. The first major explosion was around the Johnson barge, number 17, which contained 50 tons of TNT and 417 cases of detonating fuses. Fragments from the explosion traveled long distances, some lodging into the Statue of Liberty, and others in the clock tower of the Jersey Journal, building in Journal Square over 1 mile away, stopping the clock at exactly 2:12 a.m.
And this is more or less pre-skyscraper, right? Like the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building haven't been built yet. There's taller buildings at this point, but not like the modern skyline.
I think Lady Liberty was as tall as it got for New York back then.
Roughly so. I think, what's that triangle building called? It's really famous.
Oh, that's the Flathead District?
Yeah. I think that
Flathead building, yeah.
I think that might Flatiron.
Flatiron, yeah.
I think that might have been up by that point. But
Okay.
like it would have been new. It would have been pretty new.
I used to go to New York all the time for work back in the day. I got really familiar with that town.
Love New York.
Best salsa. New York City.
And it's funny that that was their commercial because Pace Picante salsa is so dog shit. Like, this is how we make it in Texas. Like, well, Texas sucks, apparently. Fucking Texas sucks ass at this.
It's just that old they were the first to market with that shit, right? It was a bunch of white dudes in a boardroom in Manhattan.
Right.
One went down to one was probably born in El Paso, so they just took they're like, I know a Mexican that could whip something up for you, and they were just the first ones to get that to mainstream white America, and then so that became our grandparents and parents' idea of what salsa was.
Oh, I thought salsa was disgusting for most of my childhood because that was what I was familiar
They had
with.
millions of glass jars to fill. All right, they just needed a product.
Yeah.
The explosion was the equivalent of a earthquake measuring between 5 and 5.5 on the Richter scale.
Just the first one?
Yeah, it was felt as far away as Maryland.
Holy shit!
Windows were broken as far as 25 miles away, including thousands in lower Manhattan. Some window panes in Times Square were shattered. The stained glass windows in St. Patrick's Church were destroyed.
God damn it.
The outer wall of Jersey City's City Hall was cracked, and the Brooklyn Bridge shook.
Okay.
I'm surprised
help.
this isn't part of
You don't get this.
mainstream history.
You get in World War I basic high school, junior high social studies, you get Lusitania and Zimmerman telegram.
Yeah, and then
just general submarine warfare, but Lusitania is kind
Well,
of
I think we'll get to why.
this is like the equivalent of like the 3 mile thing or whatever.
3
it's
Mile
called.
Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's by my house, kind of. Like, it's not far away from Delco.
Yeah, this is like a man-made natural disaster here.
Well, there was the largest explosion in recorded history before the atomic bomb was also some ship full of like dynamite and ammo and stuff like that. I forget when and where it was, but it was in the 20th century, obviously.
Also, do you know the city in the middle of Pennsylvania called Centralia?
No.
There was a fire in
Oh,
a
yeah.
mine, and it's just been on fire for like 70 years.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do about it, right?
No.
Is it
So
a
you
coal
just-
mine?
It's an abandoned town now.
Yeah, I mean, if the bottom of it's on fire, you gotta leave.
Pennsylvania has a tire fire from The Simpsons. Property damage from the attack was estimated to be $20 million, equivalent to about $592 million now. On the island, the explosion destroyed over 100 railroad cars and warehouses and left a 375 by 175 foot crater at its source.
That's why we have regulation. It's not a liberal freaking conspiracy to try to prevent these things.
The damage to the Statue of Liberty was estimated to be $100,000, equivalent to about $2,960,000 in today's money,
Was it just all the shit that flew into it, or did
including damage to the skirt and torch.
I mean, yeah, doesn't the torch have like glass on it? Probably fucked that thing up.
This is like what happened in Lebanon a few years back.
Yeah, with the video of the chick taking her wedding pictures.
Well, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of the most famous video of that is there's that huge explosion, and this chick and her husband or whatever, they're like taking wedding day photos, and she's like in the dress and he's there, whatever, and they're just like, ah, and then all of a sudden you just like hear this impossibly loud explosion, and like they just get like swept away by the force of it. They're not that close to it either. Like they don't die, but they just like. It's just like a comic, almost like gust of wind and physics just takes them.
All you got to do is speed it up and throw in some yakety sax, and it becomes hilarious.
There were several fatalities in the explosion. The barge captain, you had Jersey City Department Officer James F. Doherty. So I guess the barge captain didn't even have a name. It was like probably an immigrant.
Yeah.
Lehigh Valley Railroad Chief of Police Joseph Layden, and a 10-week-old infant named Arthur Towson, who was thrown from his crib from the force of the explosion miles away.
He died?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad I heard that before I made the joke that was in my head.
I was about to say, I dare you to do that with Columbine footage on your Instagram.
Well, I've done it with the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. As soon as the ramp drops,
Yeah.
I sped it up and did yakety sax. Yeah, yakety sax makes everything better, man.
It really does.
Police arrested 3 railroad company officials on charge of manslaughter on the assumption that the fires began in 2 freight cars. Then guards at the pier were taken in for questioning. That night, they had lit smudge pots to keep mosquitoes away.
Okay. I was going to say, this is the problem with anything back then, is that like, you're like, how does everything catch on fire? It's like, well, because there's fires everywhere. People are just using fire because in some ways, we're still living like fucking Paleolithic people. Like, there's only one thing we can use, a fire. How do we light something? A fire. How do we cook something? A fire. It's only fire. Open flame. Fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it had to be terrifying to exist back then. Like, just knowing a fire could break out at any moment, and you're on, like, the 15th floor of this building. There's no sprinkler systems in those buildings.
There's probably not even a fire escape.
No.
No, you yeet yourself out.
Yeah, you got to own a parachute or something like that. Like, hope that you could at least toss your baby to, like, 4 drunk Irish guys with a bed sheet who have, like, basically firefighting uniforms that their wives made for them.
Yeah, but then the baby
wives that they
bounces
cheat
off the
on.
sheet.
Yeah.
But also aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes.
I'll tell you who did aim for the bushes. That Clapton kid didn't.
Oh, my God.
You can make that joke. It's like a 40-year-old joke at this
It's
point.
so brutal. Like, of all the ways for your toddler to die.
I fell out of a window.
Yeah, what, 50 stories up in a penthouse?
I think 2 stories
Yeah, it's
as a child.
a little different.
Yeah. But I did just yeet myself out.
What's funny, too,
Cut my
is,
lip.
like, I don't even know how that happened, because the way if I lived in one of those and knew there was a single openable window, because the thing about toddlers is they want to die. They want to die. They are trying to kill themselves at every possible moment. The other day, I sat down for like 30 seconds, and my fucking youngest son found a penny out of nowhere and just literally found the penny, went straight to the electrical socket
Oh, God.
and started jamming it in the electrical socket.
No. Dude, it's got to be harder now to be a parent than it was, like, let's say, during the Middle Ages, right?
No way. Absolutely not.
You think?
They just let their kids do whatever they want.
That's what I'm saying. There was less dangers for them back then.
We just
Other
overparent. Rob's an overparenter. He's a helicopter parent.
I guess
than- I don't know. I feel like making sure a kid doesn't go to the socket with copper is pretty natural instinct.
feels like a good thing to do. Stop him.
Doesn't seem very smart.
Just like, God damn it, dude. Just 1 second. Just one. But back then, it was like just like frayed wires all over your house, like in 1960. But even Clapton, it was just probably doing blow. Forgot he left a fucking 50th story window open.
That's a very good possibility.
Yeah, or he got all overheated from doing too much blow. Opened a window. Wanted a draft.
Yeah, no, it'll make you sweat.
And the boy, of course, being a very young boy, thought, oh, what's this dangerous thing? Whip. And then he exploded like a water balloon on the pavement.
Under the very same city where this beautiful topic takes place.
Yes. And the federal authorities clear these guards. They can't trace the fires to the pots. That was just,
A theory. They were like, wait, where's the nearest open flame?
So couldn't prove that. Count Johann von Bernstorff, the German ambassador to Washington, arrived in 1914 with a staff of intelligence operatives.
Of course.
As ambassador, Bernstorff was also provided with a large slush fund to finance intelligence operations for the Germans. He began financing sabotage missions to obstruct arms shipments to Germany's enemies. Some of the plans included a September 1914 attempt to destroy the Welling Canal, which circumvents Niagara Falls, and he was also a part of the Annie Larson gun-running plot.
Wait, and so this is before the U.S.'s entry into World War?
This is all before World War I.
Wow, I feel like that was a poor calculation on Germany's part to go down that road.
Well, they had a rightful gripe. We were supplying one side with a lot of shit.
Yeah, but now they're asking for our manpower, and you don't want that.
No.
You don't want Americans to mobilize.
One of his master spies, Franz von Rittelen, had a pencil bomb or cigar-sized charge filled with acids placed in copper chambers. The acids would ultimately eat their way through the copper and mingle, creating intense silent flames. If placed properly, a pencil bomb could be detonated days later.
Ooh.
While ships and their cargo were set at sea. So they kind of theorize that maybe they weren't trying to blow it up
Then.
at the depot, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's better for them if it doesn't happen on American soil.
international waters.
That's kind of like a hijacking a plane on 9/11 and being like, actually, we were just trying to just crash in the field. We got lucky and just ran it into that building.
Yeah, we weren't even trying to hit anything.
Yeah,
We just
wanted to kill the people in the plane.
Von Rintelen is believed to have attacked 36 ships, destroying millions of dollars worth of cargo. With generous cash bribes, he had little problem gaining access to piers, which is how Michael Kristoff, a Slovak immigrant living in New Jersey, is believed to have gotten to the Black Tom munitions depot in July of 1916.
He bribed his way on.
He just kept paying guards. And,
Yeah.
They had a pretty big slush fund.
Clearly, yeah.
Investigators later learned from Kristoff's landlord that he kept odd hours and sometimes came home at night with filthy hands and clothing, smelling of fuel.
That sounds like a Slovak thing right there.
That could just be him being Slovakian. You know what I mean? Like, just filthy, covered in some odd grime.
It's probably why I got away with it for so long.
Yeah, they're like, fucking Slovaks. They just secrete that stuff.
Along with 2 German saboteurs, Lothar Witzke and Kurt Janke, Kristoff is believed to have set the incendiary devices that caused the mayhem on Black Tom. Yet Kristoff was eventually released due to lack of evidence, and he later served in the United States Army in World War I.
How? God, there's no. I love stuff from the early 20th century and late 19th century.
His Instagram bio would read, father, husband, terrorist, patriot.
Knock them
There's just
all out.
no rules. There's just no rules back then.
After the war, he drifted in and out of prison for various crimes, and he died of tuberculosis in 1928.
It's a very 1928 thing to die of.
Yeah. It seemed like a matter of time, the places he went. You're just going to get TB.
Kurt Janke evaded capture. He later served as a German agent during World War II.
Oh, he ran it back.
He and his wife were captured by the Soviet Smersh agents.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you should have just gotten captured by the Americans, man.
Yeah, that's not the side you want to be spying against.
In April of 1945, interrogated, and in 1950, Janke was put on trial as a spy, found guilty, and executed the same day.
I'm actually surprised. So he made it to the end of the war, pretty much. April 45. So he got captured. He didn't get caught spying, probably. He just got captured, like as the Russians rolled over the
I
country.
can't believe the Soviets gave him 5 years to live.
They had a lot of people to execute. You know, it's a
Long
long
list.
line.
Yes.
Long line.
Witzke was arrested at the Mexican border on February 1st, 1918, near Arizona. The U.S. officials did not prosecute him for bombing, but rather as a spy. A military court at Fort Sam Houston found him guilty of espionage and sentenced him to death by hanging. While in custody, he tried to escape twice and succeeded once, but was recaptured the same day.
Oh.
On November 2nd, 1918, Witzke's death sentence was approved by the department commander. However, he was not executed because of the November armistice.
So that went for executions too?
He beat the clock.
Mm-hmm.
They were just like, war's over. Don't do it again.
Oh no, we got to give this guy a fair trial.
Ugh.
In May 1920, President Woodrow Wilson commuted his sentence to a life in prison. In September 1923, as a result of good conduct in prison and pressure for his release by the Germans, he was pardoned by President Calvin Coolidge and deported to Germany.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. He only killed one baby. You know?
You know, when a father puts it that way, then who are we to say
Yeah.
anything?
They're like,
If
guys,
it's coming out of Rob's mouth.
the war's over. Let's all just calm down. There's some family in New Jersey who was like, my baby died getting thrown against a wall by a sonic wave that man created. Why are you letting him go? They're just like, I'll tell you this much. I'm not voting for Coolidge again. Like he did kill people.
Not only did he kill a baby, he was awarded the Iron Cross for doing
Oh
so.
God.
Well, it's Germany.
First and second class.
Oh boy. Way to do it. Well, they're just like literally like he gets back and they're like, good job. You did exactly what we wanted to. Ha 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 ha. They released you. Like, God damn it.
He would serve for the Germans in World War II and lived a pretty long, decent life until 1962.
Good for him.
Got away, you know.
Got away with it. Got away with it. With killing the baby.
Got to go home.
Yeah. And be a hero. A hero.
The Iron Cross, that's like the Medal of Honor,
It
right?
is, yes.
Yeah.
First class certainly is, yeah.
First class.
What's right below Medal of Honor?
In the Marine Corps and Navy, it's the Navy Cross.
Okay.
Yeah. Which you read half those Navy Cross citations, you're like, this is a Medal of Honor.
I know. There's a lot. That's like a normal thing in history too for like a lot of black sailors and soldiers.
Those guys are due for upgrades.
A lot of them, they're like, we can't give you the Medal of Honor, but
Yeah.
here's a Navy Cross. Here's because like all that stuff gets assigned by the branch, right? But
Yeah.
the Medal of Honor is congressional.
Well, it's still by the branch because
It
each
is,
branch has their own type of Medal of Honor.
Okay.
But yeah, that has to be signed off by the president, basically.
Right. Because I think initially, or maybe even still, did all Dory Miller was the
Navy Cross.
Navy Cross?
Yeah. Which again, like once you get to the Navy Cross level, there's guys who got Silver Stars that got upgraded to Medals of Honor. Once you start getting to that Silver Star and above thing, you could make the argument that there needs to be a lot more Medals of Honor out there.
There's also some really dubious Medals of Honor. Like we did an episode on Custer's brother.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dan Sickles giving himself one while he was in Congress.
Dan Sickles got one. But fucking Custer's brother got 2 Medals of Honor basically for capturing a Confederate battle flag 2 different times. Like he was just like, get a flag, get a medal. Get a flag, get a medal.
They definitely, the criteria is a lot more strict now than it was during the Civil War and the Indian Wars. And yeah, I don't think they really set strict criteria until the World War I era.
Yeah, because there was there'd be like a whole unit that got the Medal of Honor.
That was during the Civil War. The people that were in Lincoln's funeral procession, they all got Medals of Honor.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they've really tightened the ship lately.
Yeah. They tightened the ship to the point where it's like, hey, there should probably be more.
You got to have the second most famous rock kill of all time to get a Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
Dude, not to force this in it, but one of the stories in this doc is the first bayonet kill of the Iraq, or bayonet kill. It wasn't even a bayonet. It was the bayonet, but it wasn't even on the dude's rifle. He literally tackled a dude down into a room and just freaking domed him to death with his bayonet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, horror movie shit.
God.
This attack was one of many during the German sabotage campaign against the neutral United States and is notable for its contribution to the shift of public opinion against Germany, which eventually resulted in America's approval for participating in the war.
Yeah, we really didn't want to get in it. Like, people were like, fuck no.
Because our Civil War was so jarring, and what had happened in our Civil War was the same thing that was happening in Europe.
Yeah.
We beat them to that brutal trench style bullshit by like 60 years.
50, 60 years.
Yeah, 50 years, yeah.
And also in 14, 15, 16, you've got a lot of Civil War veterans who aren't even in their 70s. So you've got Civil War veterans who are still in politics and stuff like that.
Yeah. James Longstreet.
Or they're in their early 70s. So you've got people who are still the leaders of the country who are like, yeah, I was in a pretty big war. I don't think we should do another one.
Yeah.
Seemed bad. Although everyone after World War II was apparently like, yeah, let's go do some more wars.
Well, now we found out there was money to be made there.
Right.
I see you have war as a racket right behind me. It explains it well.
Yeah, it's quick read. You can do it in like an hour. Smedley didn't really wax poetic too long.
I love how the Marine Corps, I don't know if they still do, but back when I was a little baby Marine, he was like the guy because he had 2 medals of honor. And he was the guy everyone loved to talk, but they never told you about
What he
Smedley
did?
Butler's personal opinions on the whole experience.
Yeah. Also, he fought in like the Banana Wars.
Yeah.
He was fighting for United Fruit Company, and
Like literally, like just a corporate muscle, like he said.
Yeah.
that's why he was so disgusted. Yeah, Smedley Butler's a man though. He died in Delco, where I'm from.
He's from Philly, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good dude. Good dude. Also, they accused him of like trying to usurp FDR.
That he was supposed to be the guy that they were gonna, but he said no. I thought.
He told them no, and then they still threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had radical opinions, but he wasn't radical as far as
He wasn't trying to throw a coup.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, this all resulted in the establishment of domestic intelligence agencies in the United States and the Espionage Act, which passed by Congress in late 1917.
Dude, again, it's just fucking crazy how like little infrastructure this country. I mean, we barely had a standing army before World War One, right? Like it was a super small number. Even before World War II, there's a famous MacArthur quote. He was like watching the West Point like a West Point like training exercise at West Point, and it was all like horses and cannons and shit. And he was like, "Are we training for the fucking Civil War?" I'm paraphrasing. He's like, "We're training for a war that happened 100 years ago. Like this is insane. We had like no intelligence, rarely had a standing army of that was big at all. I think even before World War II, the standing
Wasn't
army
it something like 30,000 or something?
yeah,
like
something
that?
ridiculous like that. Even before World War II, it wasn't very big. It was bigger than before World War One, but it
Yeah,
was-
because as soon as World War One was over, they're like, well, okay, let's just go back to the way things were.
yeah, and even in the Civil War, that's why he's General Custer, but he wasn't a general when he died.
No, he was a brevet general, and they think the reason why he started getting a little crazy out west was he was bitter about being reduced to being a lieutenant colonel.
Yeah. And
Also,
it's like, buddy, we got nothing for you to be a general of. The army just shrank by 9/10.
yeah, and there was like a couple people like Philip Sheridan that always advocated for him, but like everybody else fucking couldn't stand him.
People forget he was actually pretty good at his job until the last one. Like he had some.
He was brave. There is no doubt about that. He was, but even in the Civil War, he only got away with shit because of sheer numbers.
Interesting.
Like he wasn't like a tactical genius.
No. But yeah, he had balls.
He had balls.
He was
No
fun.
doubt about that.
And I mean, he had a pretty not insignificant role at Gettysburg.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it was him leading from the front, charging in, that got him all that recognition because he wasn't afraid to like straight up get right into the thick of things.
Yeah, he's kind of a G, asshole, but I like him.
His wife was hot. Have you
Googling that.
seen?
Nope.
I think it's Libby Custer was her name. His wife was a and stayed loyal to that man till the day she died. She outlived him by like 50 years.
Whoa.
And she's the reason his legend became what it did. No, that's dude. Look at her when they got married.
Well, I mean, this is her young.
That's her as a widow.
Oh wow, okay.
She was so hot.
That's pretty solid for the mid 1800s.
Yeah.
Solid bone structure right there.
Yeah.
That is, his wife was gorgeous.
Did you see the picture of young Ruth Bader Ginsburg that we posted the other day?
Was she good looking?
Dude?
Really?
Yeah. I
No
was
shit.
blown away.
Why?
I gotta see this now. I told you I'm horny.
I mean, Hillary Clinton looked like Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't expect her to be ugly, but I was just like, oh, she could get it. You got to go like when she was.
And I'm only kind of joking about that.
What?
That she looks like Sabrina Carpenter.
I know she
photos of
kind of does
Hillary.
look like
She
Sabrina
kind of
Carpenter.
does.
Good for you, Ruth. Yeah.
Yeah. I found it on some sorority page. That was just like Ruth Bader Ginsburg was an AO pie, and it was like showing her photos. And I was like, good lord, taking her to formal.
The Russian provisional government sued the Lehigh Valley Railroad Company operating the Black Tom Terminal on grounds of lax security. There was no entrance gate existing, and the facility was unlit, permitted the loss of their ammunition, and argued that due to the failure to deliver them the manufacturer was obligated by contract to replace them.
And this was in 1916, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Russian war effort collapses not terribly long after that in 1917. And then the Romanovs get destroyed. Did this all lead to the Soviet Union is what I'm trying to say?
Probably some weird butterfly effect.
Because they got washed in the war. I wonder if it's like, oh, well, they had lower ammo and supplies and stuff like that. There could be a butterfly effect
Because the
there.
Germans were meddling around in American affairs.
Yeah.
Does Tsar Nicholas live?
If the Black Tom Island explosion doesn't happen.
We don't know.
Who could say?
Have you seen that Netflix series, The Last Tsar?
No.
So good. Highly recommend you start it tonight.
Okay.
After the war, the Lehigh Valley Railroad sought damages from Germany under the Treaty of Berlin before the German-American Mixed Claims Commission.
Get in line. Germany's just getting pillaged by everyone at that point. A fucking Pennsylvania railroad company's like, you owe us money too. It's just not happening, guy. It's just not fucking happening.
They declared in 1939 that Imperial Germany was responsible and awarded $50 million.
1939, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Wait,
count.
after...
There
wait.
is no Imperial Germany. There's not even... They're two governments later at that point.
Hitler invaded Poland in September of 39.
Mm-hmm.
He'd already taken Austria and Czechoslovakia.
Nazi Germany obviously refused to pay.
It was... Yeah.
Like, that's not our bill.
Yeah.
That was the guys before us.
They're like, hey, the Kaiser's actually living in Denmark or something right now.
Go get him.
Go fucking call him.
Yeah.
It's not my fucking problem. Look, it's not often I say this, but probably more often than I should. I agree with Hitler.
I would have made the same choice as Hitler in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made other choices that Hitler made.
Right. But in this isolated situation, Hitler was right.
I mean, he's not batting zero.
I'm writing my next episode on Hitler's personal physician who gave him his Hunter S. Thompson level frickin' daily drug regimen. But
He was Jewish, yeah.
I'm gonna name. I didn't know that.
No. That's his mom's doctor.
I'm gonna name the episode "Poo Poo Tell Me Hitler" because he had bad diarrhea.
Oh, I guess Hitler's family physician, though, when he was a kid, was Jewish.
Yeah.
And he had like a soft spot for him, so I think he let him go.
The guy who raised Hermann Goering was a Jew that was banging his mom.
Nice. Well, maybe that explains Herman. He's like, I hate these filthy Jews. I hate all of them. But it's just one Jew piping his mom.
Yeah.
Just gives him really bad Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
The issue was finally settled in 1953 for $95 million, interest included, with the Federal Republic of Germany, and the final payment was made in 1979.
Germans, you got to give the Germans credit. They pay off their debts, man.
Why?
They're like Lannisters.
Also, who was paying it? West Germany? East Germany? Were both contributing?
Well, in 79. Yeah, who knows? Probably.
Like,
I have a question for you guys, not to derail this.
no.
Did the Kaiser, how did he live after World War I? Like, did he have an allowance? Like, or was he just, did he have to get a normal job?
No, he lived like a exiled royal, basically.
So basically, like, family was hooking him up with a
He
place
had a
to stay?
personal fortune, I imagine. I haven't looked into it too much, but I know he was essentially exiled in either Denmark or Holland.
It's like sending your cousin to rehab.
Yeah, and he died in 1940 or 41, something like that. He sent Hitler a letter being like, congratulations on conquering France. We got so close when I was in charge, but you did it. You really did it. And Hitler was like, yeah, whatever.
I'm Corporal Hitler to you, buddy.
Yeah.
The Statue of Liberty's torch was closed to the public after the explosion due to the structural damage, and access was not opened even after the 1984 restoration, which included repairs to the arm and installation of a new gold-plated copper torch.
So it just sat there fucked up for 70 years?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wait, when did they restore it? 84?
84 to
Is
86.
it like a nature preserve now? Like, they don't let anybody on the island anymore?
No.
It's where birds, they just...
No, you can definitely visit
like a
the Statue
bird
of
refuge?
Liberty.
You can go on the island
Oh.
for sure.
Yeah.
I thought there's an island in New York where it just they don't let anybody on because it's just like a bird refuge.
There is, but I don't think it's that one.
I'm thinking of a different island then.
What did they do to Ellis Island?
It's still there. It's like
a museum, isn't it?
Yeah, you can go to it.
Yeah. You can go see your grandparents' name in there, dude.
What they
O'Mahony.
Well,
what they switched it from?
Jack, I'm a heritage American, so
Oh God.
I didn't. My people.
Think
didn't come
about
to that
how
island.
miserable how much you fucking suck at life that you think your Americanness is more than another person's just because of what some dude decided, 100 years before another guy's.
Right. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But I like unaccomplished people think that way.
Yeah.
Like people that don't have anything going for them.
Talentless people think that way.
Yes, they're like, I matter more because my people came here on the Mayflower.
Like I'll give a little benefit of the doubt on okay, I'm not necessarily interested in hearing like first generation American complain a ton about the country. Be like, calm down, just live here, it's fine. Your kids can be angry.
No, you
about
got to
it.
go to NYU to find those shitbags.
Yeah. But like what? Whoa, your people didn't get here till 1920. Well, my people got here in 1813. So
I'm more American than you are.
yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you?
Oh, by the way, my family came over. They were Dutch. They came over pre-revolution. At least on my dad's side. I've never looked at another American and been like, "You're less than I am."
Right. Yeah. No. Part of my family was has been here longer than the country has too, and it's like a ludicrous thing to hold over anybody.
Yeah, it's like, sorry that fucking Mexican kid that jumped on that grenade in Fallujah isn't American enough for you, buddy.
President FDR used the Black Tom explosion as part of his rationale for the internment of Japanese Americans after the attack of Pearl Harbor.
Why let a good tragedy go to waste?
Yeah, and obviously he was very much involved being Secretary of the Navy.
Was he Secretary of the Navy during World War I?
Right? Yeah.
I can't remember. I know he was right after when he was busting gay dudes.
Didn't you talking about? He like worshipped Cousin Teddy. He wanted to do everything that Teddy did. We're talking about FDR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he worshipped his cousin Teddy.
Which is funny because we're talking about literally.
Yeah, dude, he was in office from 1913 to 1920.
Okay, I just didn't know how long he was in there.
Fucking have me question myself.
I wasn't questioning yourself. I don't know.
But all we know about FDR before that was that he
was walking. We can tell you that.
I was gonna say it's funny that
went after the gays though in the Navy. Did
Yeah,
a lot of honey. Did a lot of honey.
Oh, I listened to you guys did an episode on that.
Yeah.
Oh, Chase just moved your camera.
He did.
You know what? Episode recommendation for you guys. What about in there? Like, let's say the age of 22, rating the hottest presidents of all time based off of their looks at the age of 22.
Not bad.
I know
FDR would be up there, by the way.
Huh?
FDR would be up there.
He'd be up there. You know who I think number one would be?
Who?
Gerald Ford.
I could see that.
A literal
Football
male
player.
model and all-American football player.
Yeah.
He was an Adonis.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that. I think I feel like George W. Bush was a pretty good-looking young man.
Not going to mention
He
Kennedy.
looked definitely.
Kennedy, yeah. Kennedy's just
Yeah, Reagan was
An
a
actor.
handsome young
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad one.
Yeah, we'll do an episode. We'll rank it. Kill, fuck, marry.
Just each one at 22 or whatever.
We'll just go the three presidents in a row.
Yeah.
Kill, fuck, marry.
Okay. I like that. I mean, it's, we start with the first three. It's you marry George, you kill John Adams, and you fuck
And
Thomas
you fuck
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. You gotta probably wrap it up.
Oh, well, yeah. Unquestionably.
With Jefferson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's playing it fast.
Getting
and
syphilis
loose.
for sure.
Or sickle cell.
And that is our episode on the Black Tom explosion. Jack, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. This is really fun.
What'd you learn today?
You go just towards me?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I really only thought the U.S.'s entry into World War I had to do the Zimmerman telegram. I had no idea there was stuff like this leading up to it.
And I think it's because
I had no. That's
kind of went unsolved. Like,
but that's like
dudes got away with it.
It went unresolved.
Yeah.
Certainly. It sounds like they solved it. They
That
didn't
was like-
resolve it.
one of the worst man-made disasters in American history. Probably not as far as the kill count goes. It's Plus, it's just a baby.
It was less than 10.
Yeah.
No, there were other people, but there was a baby.
We're focusing on the
But,
baby.
like, as
because
far
the
as
baby
the
died
damage
like
it
fucking
did?
Daffy Duck.
He got yeeted out of his crib.
Yeah, like it's like Daffy Duck when his beak's on backwards after dynamite goes off. That's how that baby died.
Anvil dropped on its head.
Yeah, an Acme bomb.
I'm telling you, I'm going to make an AI video of it. Throw some yakety sax on there.
And who's today's Hitler? Not Hitler?
No, it's the 3 baby killers, I guess.
I would say the German, ironically, the not Nazi German government that blessed off on that operation. Well, you know what?
The
That's
Imperial
war.
German government. Yeah, that's
war, man. You know what? I'd say today's Hitler is the explosives.
It's the friends
How
we
about
made
just
along the way.
The total lack of like regulations that existed back then, like at all. Like it just never even occurred to people to be like, we should have some rules.
Maybe we should hire some Pinkertons or something.
Yeah,
to
like
guard
anything.
this.
They're a little costly.
Oh yeah, I bet they were. They were only good. They were only good for beating up coal miners, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this is also responsible for creating a lot of the federal agencies we have now.
Black Tom?
Yeah.
Really?
So, like, all the agencies that led up to, like, the FBI.
Oh,
the
the
CIA.
3-letter agencies? Yeah. Well, I'll do it. That happens every time there's something going on. 9/11, how many new agencies does that create? At least one.
TSA.
TSA, Homeland Security. Or actually, TSA is a subset of Homeland Security, I think. So,
You mean yeah.
because they have that, I think it says Homeland Security on their unis. I'm like, that's stolen valor. You're a security guard.
You know who gets shit on a lot, but they're fucking badass?
ATF?
I'll never shit on. No, the Coast Guard.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah,
knew
oh,
you were
yeah.
going to say the Coast Guard rules.
The Coast Guard's awesome.
Yeah.
They do hardcore. Not just the rescue missions they do, which are gnarly.
They also make sweet music videos to those rescue missions.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Coast Guard is
Great camera.
Those are some of the hardest motherfuckers
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. It just became a thing. I think really during Vietnam, but maybe a little during World War II, it's like the way to get out of Vietnam was to join the Coast Guard. Like if you couldn't go to college
That's
or
why they got a bad
buy
rap.
your way out, join the Coast Guard.
Well, Jack, thanks for joining us.
Oh,
Go ahead and pimp your movie again.
Yeah. Where can they find it? What's it called again?
It's called Battle Najaf, whatever it takes. It is on right now. It is on an independent streaming service. It's not expensive. It's $8, and you can watch this 2-hour movie along with other bonus stuff, behind the scenes stuff, all sorts of extra things you're going to be getting. And again, this is a story that you probably haven't heard of, and it is one of the craziest things to happen in American war history.
I think personal advice here, if you're down for it, you know, you own this IP to an extent. I think it'd make a good scripted. I think it'd make a good movie.
Well, it's funny you say that because a gentleman that was in the film was just texting me right before we started and said the same thing. But how do you how do you recreate a 6 square mile cemetery?
Well, first off, you get Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah, Taylor Kitsch, lead for sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's movie magic. Get some green screens. You don't build 6 square miles. You build like half a mile. And
That's true, yeah.
you're good to go.
Or we just go film it on location.
Yeah, go on location. I think that's
Yeah.
the way to do it.
I'm sure the locals will be pleased with that.
Yeah, they'll all
Why not
love
just shoot it in the catacombs of France?
Honestly, yeah, you could. Well, those have a distinct Catholic look to them, but
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Understand. We can kind of play with the shots. Make it more
Yeah,
Muslim.
I'm just saying, make it great. And it's on Pepperbox, by the way. I don't think you named the streaming service.
Pepperbox.tv. Yeah, it's a historically it's been a place where a lot of like YouTubers go so they can do things that they can't do on YouTube, like gun stuff. But this is Pepperbox's first feature film.
Oh, congrats! That's amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'm really stoked about it. Honestly, I thought once it went live, I can detach and move on to the next project. But I've probably spent more time dealing with the aftermath of its release than I did even leading up to it. It's got some fun traction right now.
Let's go.
And we're going to collab with you on YouTube for the video of this podcast. But for the people listening, audio version, where can the good people find you for your show?
You can find me at Jacked History, JACKED HISTORY on YouTube.
Get there.
We gotta do something together, like not like a YouTube collab, but like a collab. Like we gotta do like a going on location and doing.
Yeah, San Antonio. We got our show that we mapped
gotta
out.
do that, guys.
We gotta get to it though.
Yeah.
It's just gonna have to require me to
Do a shit ton of work.
well, just work around my schedule.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know where you can stay if you're gonna be doing something in San Antonio.
That's true. That's true.
On the ranch, baby.
But Jack, always a pleasure.
Thanks, guys. I
Love
appreciate
seeing you.
having me.
Thank you for coming to my couch.
I love it. I love it. I love seeing Chase's beautiful face.
Need to get him on camera more.
Yeah.
For Jack Mandaville, Rob Fox, I'm Dan Regester. You just got soft served.
Please.